purpose of this video is to talk about Roanoke Island, which is also known as the Lost Colony. This image is probably the most famous image of Roanoke Island and the Lost Colony, and we'll come back to it at the end of this video. The first thing I want to talk about is John White. This is a portrait of John White. He was the governor of Roanoke Island. He became governor in 1587. Then later in 1587, the colony realized they needed more supplies. Remember, there was no Kroger or Walmart to go to when they ran out of supplies. They would have to go all the way back to Europe. So he left for Europe in 1587, expecting to come back within the year. Unfortunately, he got stuck in Europe and he wasn't able to return for 3 years, and he finally returned in 1590. We don't know what happened to the colonists at Roanoke Island between 1587 and 1590. We do have a timeline of what we think has happened, or at least the facts that we know that have happened. In 1584, that is when Sir Walter Raleigh, who's kind of the man who paid for the whole trip, first set sail for Roanoke Island. You can see that in 1587, a second group of colonists come to Roanoke. That includes John White. John White becomes governor, and his granddaughter, Virginia Dare, is born in August of 1587. He leaves to go to England, and then his ship is taken because England is at war with Spain at this time, and the Queen says, "You can't go back because we need your ship to fight that war." He's finally able to return to Roanoke in 1590, and that's when he discovers that all of the colonists have disappeared. Here we have a map of the colony of Roanoke Island. We can see that the red square is showing where the island that the colonists lived on is located. And we can also see the island of Croatoan. This is both the name of the island. It's south of where Hatteras Lighthouse is today. It's also the name of a Native American tribe that lived in the area on what we call the Outer Banks today. Virginia Dare, as I said, was the first person who was born in the New World from England. She was the granddaughter of John White, so that governor of Roanoke Island, the leader of Roanoke Island. You'll find her on this list of the 120 colonists who disappeared from Roanoke Island in the 3 years that John White was gone. She's down here under children, Virginia Dare. There were other children that were born and brought on the ship to Roanoke Island from England, but Virginia Dare was the first person who was born there. It's important to note that there are a lot of theories about what happened to Roanoke Island. One theory is that they fought and clashed with the Croatoan tribe, and the Croatoan tribe killed all of the colonists. This is one theory of what happened, and we can see from images like this and paintings like this that there were often battles between the colonists that came to North America and the tribes that were protecting their land. There were a lot of battles between the Roanoke Island colonists and the Croatoan tribe, especially in 1586, so right before John White becomes governor. So there was a lot of tension, and it could be possible that the tribe attacked and maybe killed the colonists while their governor or leader was away. However, when we look at John White's journal entry, and I highlighted the most important parts that I think reveal some clues to us about what happened to them, we can see that they had already been planning to leave Roanoke Island when John White left. So he says in his diary entry, they were prepared to remove from Roanoke 50 miles away. So they were planning to leave 50 miles away. He also said that they should carve into a tree where they were going. And when he returned in 1590, he saw the letters CRO on a tree. He told them to put a cross above it if it was out of distress, if they were leaving because they were afraid for their lives. But he says, "We found no sign of distress." So we think that the Croatoan without any cross means that they left peacefully and of their own accord, but we don't really know because they didn't leave anything behind except Croatoan on a tree. So in this image, we see John White finding the word Croatoan and men not sure where their colonists went.